Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case that began in Somerville, Massachusetts. On March 31st, 2020, a 42-year-old Army veteran was last seen at her father's home. She was with two people who have never been identified. After that day, she was never seen or heard from again. No confirmed contact, no documented financial activity, and according to police, no record of her accessing VA benefits or services after she disappeared. Cambridge police have said they still don't have leads that explain where she went or what happened. This is the story of Mitchel Iviquel. Mitchel Iviquel was 42 years old when she was last seen. She stood about 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighed around 125 pounds, and had black hair and brown eyes. She served in the Army National Guard for several years, including deployment to Iraq and Kuwait, and was honorably discharged in 2007. Family members described her as hardworking, compassionate, and willing to help others. After her military service, Mitchel faced significant mental health challenges, including depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and anxiety, according to those close to her. By 2013, she was experiencing homelessness. For nearly 7 years, Mitchel lived unhoused, primarily in the Central Square area of Cambridge. But what makes this case so concerning is this. Despite her circumstances, Mitchel maintained regular contact with her family. She checked in consistently, every 2 to 3 months by phone or text, just enough to let them know she was okay. She had family and connections throughout Greater Boston, including the Mattapan area, and had previously spent time in Connecticut. No matter where she was, she made a point to reach out. Until 2020. March 31st, 2020. Mitchel was last seen at her father's residence in Somerville. She was not alone. With her was an unidentified black man and his young daughter, believed to be between 6 and 8 years old. Both were deaf and communicated using sign language. Mitchel was able to communicate with them also using sign language. Investigators have said the man and his daughter may also have been experiencing homelessness at the time. As weeks turned into months, Mitchel's family grew increasingly alarmed. By summer 2020, 3 months had passed, longer than was typical for Mitchel to go without contact. By fall, it had been 6 months, then 9. Her family tried to find her on their own. They checked areas where she was known to frequent, asked around, looked where they could. But there was no sign of Mitchel. In March of 2021, nearly a year after Mitchel was last seen, a family member contacted Cambridge police. An official missing person report was filed. The case was assigned to the Cambridge Police Department's Criminal Investigations Unit, where detectives began reviewing the limited information available to them. What they found was alarming, not for what was there, but for what wasn't. After March 2020, there was no record of Mitchel accessing services available to her as a veteran. No known bank activity, no known phone activity, and investigators have found no known online or social media activity tied to Mitchel since she disappeared. In 2023, Cambridge Police Deputy Superintendent Pauline Wells spoke publicly about the case. She said investigators had no leads that could explain where Mitchel went or what may have happened. In a 2023 interview, Wells said, "I don't think I can remember a missing persons case where we didn't have some sliver of information that we could go by." Cambridge police have consistently described the case as deeply concerning. The most baffling part of this case remains the father and his daughter. 5 years later, Cambridge police still have not been able to identify them, but they have issued multiple public appeals as they continue their search for answers. In April 2025, 5 years after Mitchel's disappearance, Cambridge police issued another public appeal. The department said their goal remains to locate Mitchel and provide her any assistance she may need, or, at the very least, give her family answers to where she is or what happened. Still, the case remains unsolved. As of this recording, Mitchel Iviquel would be 47 years old. Her case remains active, her family has not given up hope, and Cambridge police continue to seek answers. Anyone with information about the disappearance or current whereabouts of Mitchel Iviquel should contact the Cambridge Police Department Criminal Investigations Unit tip line or the main line. That information is listed in the description below. Our thoughts are with the family and friends of Mitchel Iviquel as they continue their search for answers. As we close out this episode, remember to share Mitchel's story to help spread greater awareness about her case. For updates on this case and others, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.